Word to the wise for post-posse people with a penis. Protect your eggplants at all costs because COVID could be cutting some men down a peg or two. Oof. I covered a story about an anonymous American man in his 30s who's known only as coming up short. And he's run into a wee bit of a problem, a wee bit of a pickle, if you will. He wrote into the How to Do It podcast claiming that he lost 1.5 inches, yes, 1 inch and 1/2 from his penis after contracting COVID this summer.
Dear How to Do It. I'm a heterosexual man in my 30s. In July of last year, I contracted COVID and was very sick. I seem to be left with a lasting problem. My penis has shrunk.
He asked the 2 doctors who appeared on this episode of the podcast for help. Now, they do confirm that COVID ding-dong is a real thing.
The main reason that we think this occurs is something what we call endothelial dysfunction. That's basically the cells that line your blood vessels. And COVID gets into those cells. So that means it affects many different organs in your body, not just your lungs.
Urologist Dr. Ashley Winter said that there is hope. She said that there are some tips and tricks that men can do to rehabilitate their penis loss.
A typical regimen would be starting something like Viagra or Cialis. Another thing would be to buy a penis vacuum device.
You can do penis push-ups. You can put your penis in a stretching device and kind of bring it back to life. You get a couple of centimeters by just stretching that sucker out. There's a whole bunch of different things that men can do with a regimen of those practices. Your penis would grow back at least incrementally in no time. So when I first came across this story, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And I just immediately prayed for all of the very unfortunate men who can't afford to lose 1.5 inches of penis. I mean, that's a lot for some of these guys who are coming up short anyway. So 1.5 inches, nobody wants to lose that. Nobody wants to lose that off their hair. Nobody wants to lose that off their yayas. Nobody wants to lose that off of anything. I mean, maybe the waistline. But other than that, these sexual organs are important. All jokes aside, this is a very upsetting and unfortunate situation that this guy coming up short is in. You know, we like to make jokes about men and penis size a lot in society, and it is something that is somewhat of a funny taboo subject. However, you know, people want to feel that sense of confidence. They want to know that they're stepping into whatever situation healthy and assured and vital, and for him to find himself in somewhat of a debilitated state due to COVID, you know, it's very devastating. So I do hope that he does a couple of penis push-ups and regains some of that strength and length that he once had. Well, after reading this, I'm putting a mask on everything. I'm putting it on my mouth, my eyes, my chest, my back, everything, because I don't want anything to affect my sexual health, my physical health, my immune system. Like, we are staying protected over here, up and down, because COVID, you will not, okay? You will not.